Greetings, my beautiful lovelies. It's Emmy. How are you? It's great to see you and welcome back. Today I'm going to be making a cream from apples. It sounds totally bonkers, but I just watched a video and it looks legitimate. It looks like you can make a vegan, dairy-free cream that's just like buttercream and it pipes beautifully. So I need to make this because I need personal confirmation that this recipe works. Big thanks to Lovelies Jason and Patty for getting in touch with me. I'll also put a link down below to the original video. It's from Cake and Cooking. It's a Russian channel. Absolutely fascinating. So you can also make this recipe with milk as well, but I'm going to be making the dairy-free version. So in this bowl, I have 150 grams of applesauce. Boop. It's about a half a cup. And to that, I'm going to add 8 grams of vanilla sugar. It smells lovely. I'm going to whisk that in there. Next, I'm going to add 92 grams of granulated sugar. So the total amount of sugar is 100 grams. Boop. We want to whisk this until the sugar is dissolved into the applesauce. Next, we're going to add our cornstarch. This is 40 grams. I would estimate that to be about a quarter cup. Maybe a third a cup? Yeah, maybe a third a cup. Get all the cornstarch in there. Now, if you were to put cornstarch into your hot liquid, you would get lumps. So whenever you're using cornstarch and trying to thicken a sauce, mix the cornstarch with a little bit of liquid to avoid that. In a saucepan, I'm going to add 350 grams of rice milk. And that's about a cup and a half. Turn on the heat. Just as it comes up to a simmer. And now I'm going to add my applesauce mixture right into there. We also want to add a pinch of salt. We're going to whisk this continuously and it should thicken. So the voiceover in this video are completely in Russian, but that's the beauty of video. You can gain a lot simply by observing. Also, there were some very kind viewers that wrote a translation of the recipe in English. So big thanks to the lovely person that did that. What's cool about this recipe, it is very similar to an ermine frosting, which I just learned about in my ding dong cake video. I'll put a link down below to that in case you missed that. This is similar because we're using a kind of roux or a thickener to create the frosting. And in the video, there was a couple like blub, blub. Yep, getting those bloops. I'm gonna turn off the heat, and this is the consistency I have. It smells like vanilla. So now I'm transferring it to a bowl. I don't know if I mentioned it, but you can use any kind of non-dairy milk you like. Oat milk, almond milk, soy milk. I'm using rice milk. And then we're gonna cover this with plastic wrap and allow it to cool to room temperature before we move on to the next steps. So in a large bowl here, 250 grams of margarine. And we're gonna beat this until it's nice and light and fluffy. Here we go. I'm never quite prepared with the amount of chooch that comes out of this. Okay, never mind. Back to, whip, whip, whip. So when I made the ermine frosting for the ding dong cake, I was told to beat this for quite a while. Like it's 8 minutes, like a lot, so it gets really, really, really fluffy. So this might take a little while. So I've beaten this up for a good long while and it is nice and light and fluffy. It's so cool to see how much it lightens in color as more air is incorporated into it. It's like a jelly applesauce. So now we're going to add this to our margarine in 3 batches. Here we go. And make sure to scrape down the sides as you're going along. It's pretty incredible how the gel kind of just gets incorporated with the margarine, which is just an oil. Alrighty, lovelies, the apple cream is finished. Look at this consistency. Look at that. It's a little bit gritty. It's not as smooth or as homogeneous as I would like. Perhaps my margarine wasn't warm enough. At any rate, it has a very thick frosting-like consistency. Pretty incredible. I've got a pastry bag here fitted with an 1M tip. So earlier I made some chocolate cake muffins. This is my favorite chocolate cake recipe. It just happens to be vegan. Let's go ahead and see how well this pipes. It pipes beautifully. Look at that. Lovely. Let's set this one aside. I am no piping expert, but this is pretty great. There you have it, my lovelies. Vegan apple cream. Lovely! Alrighty, lovelies, look at the beautiful apple cream cupcakes. Don't they look beautiful? I do have to say that the frosting does have a slight kind of cream colored hue to them. They're not completely white, and that is largely due to the fact that these are made with applesauce. I'm gonna eat this one right here. Let's just give the frosting a taste by itself. Itadakimasu. Mmm. Delicious. It has the mouthfeel of buttercream, smooth and slick and rich, but it's not so heavy. And I really love the amount of sweetness. It's sweet, it's definitely a frosting, but it's not tooth-achingly sweet. And there's a lovely aroma of apple in there along with the vanilla. If you wanted the vanilla to be more pronounced, I'd say that you could add maybe half a teaspoon of vanilla extract to this to give it a more pronounced vanilla flavor. But as it is, absolutely lovely and completely vegan. So you can indeed turn apples into cream. Alrighty, my lovelies, I hope you enjoyed that one. I hope you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media, like this video, subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one. Toodaloo, take care, bye! I've never acted on it, but have you ever had the urge to take one of these and just smash it into someone's nose? Yeah. I have.